A very warm welcome to each one of you to this new academic year. I am very lucky today to handle the first class of this new academic year. The topic which we are going to discuss today is also a very interesting topic, and I am sure that all of you will like the topic very much. Have you guessed the topic? I'll give you one more clue. This topic, something related to this topic will be the thing which you would have enjoyed the most during these holidays. Most of us attend different functions with the main aim of doing something related to the topic which we are going to discuss today. Have you guessed now? Yes, the topic is food. Do you all like food? I am sure there won't be anyone who don't like food. Maybe at times you may not like certain type of food, but all of us enjoy eating one type or the other. Do you all like eating the same kind of food every day? I am sure that the answer will be no. Especially children like to eat different items each day. Even the single day, morning you would like to eat one type of food, afternoon another, evening another, and go on. So today we will be discussing about what is food. If we have to cook something, a dish, what are the things needed for it? Where do we get these ingredients or the items for cooking food? What is the source of this food? That is what I meant. And also we will be discussing what are the different food items we get from plants and from animals, the part which is used as food, etc. So all the things. It's a very small chapter, at the same time very interesting chapter and very useful chapter. So shall we go on to the class? Before going on to the class, we will see this food is given a lot of importance. And all people enjoy food. That is why different states have different main food items. For example, we being Keralites, the main food which we like, or the food wherever if we attend any function, the food that we eat is sadhya. Can you recall how many items are served in a sadhya? Yes. But the ingredients or the substances, if we have to cook a food item, a lot of substances are needed. So anything that we eat, the nutritious items that we eat in order to grow and develop is mainly called as food. Is it clear? This food we get from plant source and animal source. If we have to cook an item, we need different things. If I have to cook a rice, I need raw rice and water. I put the raw rice in water, I boil it and cook it. So I get a cooked rice, a bowl of cooked rice. So what are the things needed for making cooked rice? I need raw rice and water. So the materials used for cooking an item or cooking a dish is called as ingredients. What is it called? Ingredients. Depending upon the food, the ingredients and the composition or the amount of each ingredient used will also vary. In short, depending upon the ingredients and the amount of these ingredients used, the taste, order, everything will vary. Next, why do we need food? Have you ever thought? Yes, food is essential for getting energy, for growth, to fight against diseases, for repairing the tissues that are damaged, worn out, etc. So for proper growth and development, we have to eat good, nutritious food items. And that is the word which you have already learned in the previous class, that is balanced diet. A person should eat a balanced diet in order to maintain good health. What is balanced diet? A diet which contains all the nutrients in the right amount. Not in the equal amount, in the right amount. So here, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals and fats. These are the different nutrients present in the food. We have to include these nutrients in the proper amount so that we have a balanced diet which help us in proper growth and development. Clear? So this ingredient, I told you, in order to cook an item, a dish, we need different materials. Materials needed for preparing a dish is called as ingredients. These ingredients we get from different sources. What are the main sources of these ingredients? Yes, it may be plant or plants or animals. Plant source and animal source. I am sure that all of you will be knowing different plant products and animal products. We may eat the plant as a whole, or we may take any part of the plant and use as food. For example, we get different fruits, vegetables, seeds, etc. from plants. We get egg, meat, milk and many other products, animal products, we consume as food. So, the main sources of food are plants and animals. Now, when we take about plants, do we eat the whole plant? No. In some, we eat whole plant. Root, stem and leaves are the main parts of the plant. Some plants we consume full, whereas some we eat only root. Some plants we consume only the stem is edible. In some plants we can see only fruit is edible, and in some only seeds are edible. For example, if you take carrot, beetroot, turnip, radish, sweet potato, all these are familiar ones to you. Which part is edible in these plants? Actually, this is the root. So all these things which I listed now are the roots which are edible. Now, can you think of few examples where the stem part of the plant is edible? Have you thought? Yes, sugarcane. Next, spinach. Potato. Potato is a modified stem. Okay, potato, onion, garlic. All these are stem, but they are modified stem. So these are some of the examples where the stem part of the plant is edible. Next, when we go to the leaves which are edible, cabbage, spinach, all these we consume the drumstick. These are familiar ones to you. Here, the leaves of the plants are edible. Fruits, of course, you are most familiar with. Mango, jackfruit, custard apple, pomegranate, so many, all the fruits. These are fruits which are edible. Next comes to seeds. Pulses, cereals, all these are seeds which are edible. Peas, green gram, Bengal gram, horse gram, all these are seeds which are edible. Can you think of few plants where more than one part is edible? You take the example of spinach. It's a common plant, a familiar plant, leafy vegetable. Which are the parts edible in a spinach? Except root, other parts are edible. Stem and leaves. If you take a banana plant, you see the rhizome, the underground rhizome is edible. Stem part is edible. Fruit is edible. Flower is edible. Just imagine 4 parts of this banana plant is edible. Banana plant, banana, fruit is edible. Flower is edible. Once you cut the banana from the plant, the stem part, we remove the outermost covering of the stem and the center white part is edible, stem part. The root, the rhizome of the plant, which is a part of the stem under the ground, is also edible. So it is a plant whose more than 2 parts are edible. Clear? You take a pumpkin or a cucumber, the leaves are edible, pumpkin flowers are edible, and the fruit is also edible. Clear? So many parts, certain plant we consume the whole plant. Certain plants we consume only certain parts like root or stem or leaves or fruit or seed. Clear? I think these parts, the part edible, the sources of food, and in plant source, the parts which are edible is also, hope it is very clear to you. In some we can see more than one part is edible. So I will be giving you some work to write which are the parts edible from each plant. So now we have discussed what is food, what are ingredients, what are the sources of these ingredients, and from which all parts of the plant is used as food. Apart from this, when we discuss about animal sources, you would have heard about nectar, honey. Honey is a good animal product which has got lot of values, medicinal value, cosmetic value, so many values. It's a very good animal product which all of us use in day-to-day life. Where do we get honey from? We get honey from beehive, which is collected by bees. And from where do these bees get honey from? It is from the flowers. Bees or usually insects go to the flowers, visit the flowers to drink nectar. This term is new to you, nectar. What is nectar? Nectar is the sweet juice present inside the flower. So when bees visit the flower, they suck this nectar and then they go to the hive, and this is converted into honey. We collect honey from the beehive, which the bees have already collected. So it is an important animal product. Next, what we are discussing in this chapter is, depending upon the food an organism eats, based on the food an organism eats, we can classify the organisms into three types, animals into three types. Which are they? Herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Herbivores. What are herbivores? Herbivores are animals which depend upon plants and plant products. For example, cow, goat, deer, etc. These are animals which eat only plants or plant products. What are carnivores? Carnivores are animals which depend only on flesh of other animals. Lion, tiger, etc. Then what are omnivores? The third type of animals are omnivores. Omnivores are animals which depend upon both plants and animals for their food. We human beings are, yes, omnivores. We eat both plant products and animal products. Is it clear? Okay. So these are the things which are discussed in the first chapter. Topic is very simple, very familiar to you. I am sure that nothing of these terms which I have discussed today is new to you. All are very familiar. I ask every one of you to read the text, learn each point, do all the exercises given in the text. Question answers you may answer in the notebook. Okay, read the text, be familiar with all the terms which is given there in the text.